Regardless of what type of athlete we eventually become, for many of us, our training journey started and will finish with bodybuilding, training for muscular hypertrophy. But most of us aren't bodybuilders, nor ever will be. So why train hypertrophy? What are some benefits of training in this manner for other athletes, general population, as you're aging, etc.? Let's go over it. Well, first and foremost, while hypertrophy is fundamentally and definitively the act of making muscle bigger, well, the word specifically means just to make bigger. So fat cells can hypertrophy, for instance, but contextually, we're talking about muscle. But there's a lot of benefits to this. So I'm going to start at the top and kind of work my way backwards. First and foremost, muscle is our biggest pocket to store glycogen. This is of tremendous importance to our health for a myriad of reasons. First and foremost, because we cannot keep it in our blood for too long. That's dangerous. So if it stays there and doesn't have room in the liver or the muscle to go to, then it gets changed into a lipid via the glycerol pathway by the liver to get stored as fat. And so by having more muscle, you by default automatically manage your blood glucose a lot easier without doing extra work. Secondly, the process of muscular hypertrophy, the process is an immune function. It's part of the repair function with a little bit of spillover, and that's your hypertrophy. A bigger, stronger muscle is both more structurally and procedurally amenable to repairs when it gets damaged. In other words, being weak makes you more injury prone and makes those injuries take longer to heal. That in of itself is a tremendous benefit to your quality of life. But the other thing we have to consider is for athletes, not only is just general age-related muscle wasting, sarcopenia, a concern, but of a more immediate, precipitous concern is the loss of athletic qualities. Speed being generally the most proximal and precipitously lost amongst them, with strength falling shortly thereafter. But the point is, you can maintain these qualities a lot longer, provided you do additional hypertrophy work as you get older to maintain the size of the muscles that have these qualities. So like for instance, when you're a younger athlete, you can just sprint or just jump or just throw. These abilities rely largely on a rapid rate of force development. They're largely neurological. They are in effect a strength skill to some extent. And so by, extensive repetition, you hone and refine that skill. But what happens is as you get older, the muscles that are innervated with those many years of practice start going away fiber by fiber. And so not only do you have to do the practice, but you also have to do the hypertrophy work to maintain the fiber that holds the practice in it, for lack of a better term. You're a thrower, sprinter, jumper, puncher, kicker, grappler, weightlifter, anything that involves a high level of both muscularity and skill work, you will be able to perform those skills at a higher level for longer as you add more hypertrophy training in once sarcopenia starts to rear its ugly head. And then obviously, if a little bit of hypertrophy work can help you maintain your athleticism, it goes without saying that between injury prevention, athleticism, and, just being bulletproofed against injury more so than your chronological peers, your quality of life is going to be significantly higher. I like to say often that, cardio conditioning is going to extend your life, but you got to lift if you want that extra life to be of a high quality. It's not an either or thing, folks. It's definitely a both. And then, of course, that leads into the last reason to do hypertrophy training, which really for most people is the first reason. The elephant in the room is that it is the biggest lever you have available to change your appearance. Without being specific, if your doctor says you have to exercise for your health, you probably got to do some cardio. But if you just want to change how you look, lift, bottom line. So that's it, folks. Hypertrophy. It's not just for bodybuilders. And the argument that hypertrophy training isn't functional is just complete nonsense. This video only touched on a myriad of the benefits of hypertrophy training for both general population and non-bodybuilding athletes as well. It enables you to maintain your athleticism for longer, helps you be less injury prone and heal faster when you do get hurt, allows you to make rapid body composition changes, and protects against a variety of diet and age-related diseases. And the best part is, folks, there's so many different ways you can do it. You're bound to find a method that you enjoy and you can integrate holistically into your day-to-day, along with some conditioning, a proper diet, and recovery methods to de-stress, so you can live your longest, best life. Conditioning is a superpower. Stay in the fight. Thanks for watching.